Her tiny hand trembled as she raised it, palm open, fingers spread wide, a gesture so small that most people would ignore it. But Officer Daniel, patrolling the supermarket aisle, froze in his tracks. His eyes locked on the little girl in the pink dress. She wasn't waving. She wasn't greeting. She was sending a signal, a secret plea for help. And in that instant, he knew something was terribly wrong. Before we dive deeper into this powerful story, I want to pause for a moment. If you believe in kindness, in bravery, and in the power of standing up for the vulnerable, please support this channel Whispers of Kindness by liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Your small act can help us spread hope and awareness through stories like this. The girl's name was Emily. She was only 7, with wide blue eyes and a face that looked too serious for her age. That day, she was holding the hand of a man in a gray t-shirt with dark tattoos on his arms. He looked calm, even casual, but Emily's eyes told a different story. They were filled with fear, the kind of fear no child should ever carry. Officer Daniel had been trained to recognize distress signals, and one of those was the silent "help me" gesture children were taught in awareness campaigns. Hand up, palm out, fingers tucked in, then closed into a fist. It was a signal meant to say, "I am not safe." Emily had done it. Quietly, bravely, in the middle of a crowded supermarket aisle where cereal boxes lined the shelves and people bustled around unaware. Daniel's pulse quickened. He knew he had seconds to make the right move. Emily's story had started long before that moment. Her mother had been struggling, working night shifts, leaving Emily in the care of relatives and sometimes neighbors. One afternoon, when her mother was late to pick her up from school, Emily had been lured by a man she didn't recognize, but who spoke to her with deceptive kindness. "Your mom asked me to get you," he said. His voice was calm, his smile disarming. Emily, tired and confused, followed. What she didn't know was that this man was a predator. He had no relation to her mother. He had spotted vulnerability and acted upon it. For 2 days, Emily had been kept in a small apartment, scared, confused, and threatened into silence. And then on that morning, he took her with him to the supermarket, perhaps thinking no one would notice, perhaps thinking she was too terrified to cry for help. But Emily remembered something she had once seen in a school assembly, the secret hand signal. Back in the supermarket aisle, Daniel approached calmly, disguising his urgency under a polite smile. "Hey there," he said lightly, addressing the man. "Nice day to shop with your daughter." The man stiffened, his grip on Emily tightening. "Yeah," he muttered, "just grabbing a few things." Daniel crouched slightly, meeting Emily's eyes. "What's your name, sweetheart?" he asked gently. Emily hesitated. Her lips parted, but no sound came out. Her eyes darted to the man, then back to the officer. Her small fingers twitched nervously. Daniel recognized the silent plea. "You know," he said, "I think we should all go have a quick chat by the customer service desk. Just routine." The man's jaw tightened. "We're fine," he said sharply, tugging Emily's hand. Daniel stepped closer, his voice firmer now. "Sir, I insist." His hand subtly moved to his radio, signaling backup. The situation escalated quickly. The man tried to pull Emily away, but Daniel blocked his path. Within minutes, 2 more officers arrived, and the man was restrained, his protests echoing through the store. Emily clung to Daniel, tears spilling freely now that the danger was gone. For the first time in 2 days, she felt safe. The challenges didn't end there. Emily was reunited with her mother, who broke down sobbing when she saw her daughter alive and unharmed. But trauma leaves invisible scars. Emily struggled with nightmares, waking in the middle of the night screaming. She clung to her mother constantly, afraid to be left alone. Daniel checked in often. He knew that recovery wasn't immediate. "You were so brave," he told her one day when he visited. "Do you know that? You saved yourself by signaling. That's something even grown-ups can't always do." Emily whispered, "I was so scared." "And that's okay," Daniel said gently. "Courage isn't about not being scared. It's about doing the right thing even when you're scared." But Daniel faced his own challenge too. In his years of service, he had seen many cases that didn't end as well. Emily's case weighed on him, not because of failure, but because it reminded him how fragile safety is for children. He felt a responsibility beyond his badge. He started giving talks at schools, teaching kids about the secret hand signal and other ways to ask for help. He used Emily's story, with her mother's permission, as proof that awareness saves lives. 4. Emily, slowly the shadows lifted. With therapy, With her mother's unwavering love, and with Daniel's encouragement, she began to reclaim her childhood. She smiled more, played again, and even stood on stage during a school assembly, months later to demonstrate the same rescue signal that had saved her. She looked out at her classmates and said, "If you're ever in trouble, don't be afraid. Someone will see you. Someone will help." The resolution was not just Emily's safety, but a ripple of awareness spreading through the community. Parents, teachers, and children became more alert, more informed. One brave little girl's signal had sparked conversations that could protect countless others. And at the heart of it all was the bond between a frightened child and a watchful officer who didn't dismiss what he saw. By the end of this story, we're reminded of something deeply important. Kindness and courage don't always appear in grand gestures. Sometimes they live in the quiet moments, a raised hand, an observant eye, a decision to act when it would be easier to ignore. If Emily had stayed silent, if Daniel had walked past, the outcome might have been tragic. But bravery met compassion, and that changed everything. If this story touched your heart, please share your thoughts in the comments. Let us know what you felt, and help us spread awareness of these important signals. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Whispers of Kindness. Together we can keep spreading hope, kindness, and life-saving awareness.